Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Skol Chat. This is the official preview for the Eagles-Vikings NFC Championship game. It's going to be Sunday night in Philadelphia. It's going to be a little bit chilly, but hopefully the Vikings come ready to play. I'm going to start off with three Vikings keys that I feel they need to do to win the game. We need to pressure with the front four. We haven't gotten a lot of pressure the second half of the season with our front four on defense, so we definitely need to pick that up. Everson, Daniil. I don't expect Linval to get a lot of pressure, but Tom when he's in there and Robeson when he's in there, they need to start getting pressure by themselves because if we have to keep sending blitzes, that leaves our secondary vulnerable and we could be beat like that. As much as I like our secondary, any secondary is vulnerable if we have to blitz a member of our secondary to go after a quarterback, especially a quarterback like Foles. We need to get after him because if we get after him, he's not Drew Brees. He's not going to shred us like Drew Brees did. But we got to get pressure with the front four. It'll be a real solid way to start for us if we get pressure with our front four. Next, we need to control that D line of Philadelphia. I listen to the Sims and Lefko podcast every week, every episode. If you're not listening to them, go listen to them. They're great at what they do. They're amazing analysts. And they were talking about how different these two D-lines are, how there's such a discrepancy between the number of snaps the Vikings D-line plays versus the number of snaps each member of the Philadelphia D-line plays. Apparently, our D-line plays way too many plays, and we don't have much depth, which I can see. Most of the time you see Everson and Daniil out there. You see Tom Johnson out there. Very rarely do you see a Jaleel Johnson or even a Shamar Stephen, even though he's out for this game. You didn't see him that much. We got to avoid getting tired, and that's what happened to us against the Saints. We got tired. The D-line was out there. We got these long drives against us. They got tired. They were heavy breathing in the fourth quarter. You could see it on the TV. And we have to avoid that this game. We can't let Philly just drive down the field. They're going to try to run the ball. That's how this offense is going to move it on us, is running the ball. And we have to stop them, get 3 and outs. But the best thing about us is that I feel like we can put 7-8 men in the box and trust to stop the run and be okay in the pass. We have to survive that first punch. Philly's going to come out excited. They're at home. It's the NFC title game. Those fans are going to be crazy. Philadelphia fans are absolutely nuts. Okay? They love their Eagles. Sometimes they go a little bit over the top, but that's for another time. They love their team, and they're going to be excited. We're probably going to get punched in the mouth. Whether we get up or not is whether or not we win this game. If we get up from that first punch, I think we win this game. Hands down. Now moving on to the Eagles' keys. They got to establish the run against us. If they think Foles is going to come in and throw 45 times and win the game, they're out of their minds. This is a running offense, and if Philly can't run the ball, they're not doing anything against the Vikings. They needed to have long drives. They need to get us tired because they saw last week what happened when we were tired. If we get tired in the fourth quarter, Foles can lead a drive if our guys are tired. Philadelphia has assets on the outside. Torrey Smith, Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar. They're solid wide receivers. Zach Ertz coming tight end. Great tight end. I loved watching him at Stanford. He was amazing. But if they tire us out with these long drives, then most definitely the Eagles have a chance to win this football game. And they need Foles to make 3 big plays, whether it's a downfield pass, avoiding a sack to get him out of a really crappy play. He needs to make 3 plays in this game to beat the Vikings. If he can get 3 big plays that change the game, they can win. They just can't ask him to do a whole lot. He's not Drew Brees. He's not going to shred the Vikings like Drew Brees did. Drew Brees is out of this world with talent. Nick Foles is a solid quarterback, but do I fear him? No. Not at all. I think that if the game came down to Foles versus Keenum, straight up, Keenum would blow him away at this point. Keenum has the confidence. Foles is just kind of hanging in there. Foles is along for the ride. It's what he is. And back to the Vikings side. Can we please, Shermer, get some more Jet in there this week? He's just such a lightning rod of energy that he's such a change of pace. We really need Jet. This offense has done so much better this year with Jet in there. I love Latavius. Latavius has been a great addition to this football team, and we wouldn't be here without Latavius. But Latavius can get kind of old real quick. You know, those plays where Latavius just makes one cut and he goes into this humongous pile, Jet could make that one cut, do a spin move, and all of a sudden he's bouncing it outside for 6 or 7 yards. Jet has that potential. And a big key for the Vikings in this game, they can't fall behind by 10 points or more. If they fall behind by 10 or more points, the game's over. Sayonara, all the dreams and hopes are over. We have to stay within 7. Honestly, both teams do, because this game is going to be grinded out, in your face, defense is going at each other. I don't see this two teams to combine surpassing 40 points. But watch, they're going to prove me wrong and go out, and the final score is going to be like the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Steelers. It's going to be like 45-42. I severely doubt that. I would bet my life that it's not going to be that high. These two defenses are phenomenal at what they do. Excuse me. Like I said, low-scoring game, crazy atmosphere. Philly fans, they know what they're doing. All right, moving on to 3 matchups to watch in this game. Got to combine both teams, 3 matchups that are going to determine this game. And you got Fletcher Cox, the best D tackle in the NFL. If I was building an NFL team right now and I had got to pick up my D tackle I want, it'd be him. Versus Pat Elflein. He's a rook. He's a heck of a rook. He's played really well, but he has to manhandle Fletcher Cox. He can't let him and the 2 guards, they have to block well. This D-line is something the Vikings haven't seen this year. And the way Rashad Hill struggled with Cam Jordan, he held his own for most of the time, but when it came to 3rd and long and Keenum had to make a pass, Cam Jordan was right there. So the O-line has to play well. And Jeffrey versus Rhodes. Like I said in my review of the Saints game, Rhodes kind of struggled last game. And usually I'd be saying, send Xavier out there. He's going to do fine. He's going to dominate. But after the way he got flustered last week, it makes me kind of worried that if Alshon can get in his head, like Michael Thomas did, and Alshon's been around way longer, and Alshon has killed us in the past with the Bears. Alshon murdered us. But Rhodes has to win this matchup. He has to step it up this week. He has to prove that Rhodes closed is real. And if he shuts down Alshon, I feel like this is going to be a Vikings victory. Another matchup that is huge is Everson versus the Eagles tackle, whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. But Everson has to win that battle. You can tell he's kind of nicked right now. He's not at full speed. He's not really himself. He has to play outstanding this Sunday. We need his pressure off the edge. We need Foles to step up and feel uncomfortable. Step into Linval. Let Linval give him a big bear hug and slam him to the ground. Either way, we just need pressure on the quarterback from that D-line. The Eagles' defense is fantastic, but they're beatable. They gave up that many points to a Giants team that had nobody left. They're beatable. They're vulnerable to the big play. Everyone knows that the Eagles are vulnerable to double moves. Well, it's true. You can hit a double move on the Eagles. And it's the type of game that Jim Schwartz calls that's going to determine this. Jim Schwartz has a big head. And from his time in Detroit, he wants to be the main reason why his team wins. And if he tries to overcoach it and go for the jugular too much, it could endanger his team. And the Vikings, we have to tire out that D-line somehow. They rotate. They keep everybody fresh. I think their highest percentage person was, I think Fletcher Cox at like 53%, when like Daniil and Everson are playing like 78% of the snaps. That's an insane difference. That's 25% more. Insane difference in snaps. We have to, I feel like we need to go hurry up. This game, we need to really push the ball when we can, keep that D line on the field, and maybe keep them on there the whole drive. Like, do quick huddles. Try to prevent them from doing too many substitutions. And if we could do that and tire them out, I think in the fourth quarter we can just pull away from them. So there's really not much more to this game that I can say. It's going to be two teams that are basically mirror versions of each other. Everything that's happened this year, these two teams established themselves as dominant early on, and the Eagles unfortunately lost Carson Wentz. Personally, I didn't think they'd be here right now, but they've proven me wrong, and it's going to provide one heck of a tough game for the Vikings to get to the Super Bowl. You know, after last Sunday, anything is possible. But like I said, Nick Foles is not Drew Brees, and I think that's going to be the difference in this game. So my final score prediction, and I say this very cautiously because it could very easily flip-flop. I very easily think the Eagles could win this game just as much as the Vikings. But I do believe in this defense. I do believe that this defense will stop Nick Foles and will stop the running game. I believe Case will do enough to lead this offense to enough points. Hopefully he avoids his gunslinger mentality for just a little bit. Just don't throw that really bad interception you tend to throw in the worst possible moments of the game. But my final score prediction, Vikings 17, Eagles 13. Vikings move on to the Super Bowl. And on another note, I do believe the Patriots will beat the Jaguars somewhere around 27-16, 27-20. The Jaguars are keeping it close because they got a heck of a defense. But I don't think Blake Bortles is going to play as well as he did last week against the Patriots defense. The Patriots have the best coaching staff in the NFL right now, bar none. They prepare far superior to anybody else. And but back to the Vikings. I think that there's going to be a defensive stop at the end of this game. I think the Eagles are going to have the ball going down the field to try to win the game 17-13. They need a touchdown to win. I think the Vikings defense is going to come up big, and I think that defense is going to carry them to the Super Bowl. 2 weeks, who knows what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be a heck of a football game, a heck of an NFC title game. I can't wait to watch it. I'm sure it's going to be nerve-wracking and everything Vikings fans dread. But, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Vikings come out and just roll them, but maybe the Vikings come out and get rolled. I doubt that's going to happen just the way Mike Zimmer coaches his teams. But aside from that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll post my reactions video to the game on Sunday. Please like, subscribe, check out Skol Chat on Twitter. Follow me there. Share this around to your Vikings fans everywhere. Eagles fans, comment on here. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you think Foles is going to play, how everything's going to go down. Share this with your friends as well. I'd love to hear their opinions. Vikings fans, please help spread the love of Skol Chat to the world. And that's about it, guys. I will see you next time.